Mishkenotecha Yisrael, Ma tovu, Ma tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael, Vani berov chastecha, avovetecha, eshtacha ve'elhecha kodecha, v'yiratecha, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael, Adonai ahavti, me'on betecha, u'mekom mishkan kvodecha, mishkan kvodecha, v'ani eshtachavev, ve'echra, evracha lifnei Adonai, osi, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael, va'ani tefilati lecha, Adonai et ratzon, Elohim berov chastecha, Elohim berov chastecha, aneni be'emet yishecha, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael, ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael, mishkenotecha Yisrael.
We ask you please to rise as we turn to page 103 for the Birchot Shachar. We'll start in the Hebrew and continue on the English on the opposite page for each of the blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who enables the bird to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who made me in the divine image. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who made me free. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who gives sight to the blind. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who clothes the naked. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who releases the bound. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who straightens those who are bent. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who stretches out the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, who steadies our steps. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who has provided for all my needs. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens the people Israel with courage. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns the people Israel with glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary. We remain standing as we turn to page 122 for Baruch She'amar. Baruch She'amar v'haya olam, Baruch Hu, Baruch Oseh v'reishit, Baruch Omer ve'oseh, Baruch Ozer u'nayem, Baruch merachem al haaretz, Baruch merachem al habriot, Baruch mishalem zachar tov lireav, Baruch chai la'ad v'kayam la'netzach, Baruch bodeh u'matzir, Baruch Shemo, Yalalai, Yalalalai, Lai, 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 Baruch atah Adonai, Melech Mehula Batishbachu. You may be seated.
We're going to turn to page 141. It should be page 150, really, don't you think? For Psalm 150. It would make it a lot easier if we could do it that way. I'm just saying. See, and I turned to page 1. Okay. Just most important thing today is that you just bring it. 141. Hallelujah, El Bekocho, Hallelujah, Birkia Uzo, Hallelujah, Vigvurotav, Hallelujah, Kerov Gudlo, Hallelujah, Beteka Shofar, Hallelujah, Benevel Vechinot, Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Hallelujah, betofu macho, Hallelujah, beminim ve'ugav, Hallelujah, betziltzalei shama, Hallelujah, betziltzalei trua, kolan shama tehallelujah, kolan shama tehallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. we rise once more, page 143, Ozi Vizimrat Yah, third line on the left. Oh.
Amen. Good Shabbos. You can sit, but you're about to stand up, just so you know. I want to welcome all of you to Experimental Shabbat. We're still in the process of collecting bids for the naming rights to this new service. So if you know of any corporations that would like to have their name, we can make it, the America Airlines Shabbat morning service or something like that. We're going to continue our service with the Shachrit on page 149, and this service is a little bit different. You will hear a nigun playing, and you will have time to say your prayers as we go through the prayers silently. Chazan Stein will be doing the Chatimot in Hebrew, and Chazan Mimi will be doing a nigun. You're free to say the prayers at your own pace. We're going to be together again, where we continue to Or Chadash on 153. So you'll have a few pages where you pray by yourself. And you can explore the words of the prayer book. And when I say the words, I don't just mean the prayers themselves. This Siddur that we've been using here for about 2 years? 2 years, roughly. On each side, there are beautiful translations and commentaries, and it's a great opportunity to explore the prayer book. So I want to give you the freedom to do that. I'm going to ask you now to please rise as we turn to page 149 for the Baruch Hu.
Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, la 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 la, ya la la. La
Just a moment, we're going to begin the Shema. We're going to do the Havienu on the bottom of page 154, and we'll begin the Shema. We're going to do the Shema, a slower Shema. We're going to take our time. These are words we've said thousands of times before, and it's not up to the words to be new every time. It's up to us. It's up to us to bring whatever we are, wherever we are, whatever we're feeling in that moment to these prayers. And that's what kavanah is. Kavanah, the rabbis talk about intention, about directing our heart, kivein et libo, directing our heart, and bringing our full attention and our full selves to our prayers, whatever we're feeling, wherever we are in that moment, is what kavanah is all about. So I want to invite you to get into the spirit of the Shema, to get into the moment on the bottom of page 154.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el bnei Yisrael, v'emorta lehem, v'yasu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei vigdehem lidorotam, v'natnu al tzitzit, hakanaf v'til techelet, v'haya lachem letzitzit, uritchem oto אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמן.
We begin the Amidah all together on page 159.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avuteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Bekonei Hakol Bezocher Chasdei Avot Umevi Goel Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Ufoked Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen HaAam Ufoked Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai B'chayei Meitim Atah רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיה מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך נעים ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני בחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב ביד נביאך, וכרזה אל זה ויאמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים כה. אז בקול רעש גדול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים כה. מנסים לעומת סרפים, מנסים לעומת סרפים, מתנסים לעומת סרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ממקומך מכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו, ותמלוך עלינו, כי מחכים אנחנו לך. איי, 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 מתי תמלוך בציון, בקרוב בימינו, בקרוב בימינו, לעולם בעת תוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, ולנצח נצחים. איי, 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 בעינינו תראינו, תראינה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. על ידי דוד, על ידי דוד, משיח צדקך. Al Yedei David, Al Yedei David, Mashiach Tzidkecha, Yimloch Adonai Le'olam, Elohayich Zion, Ledor Vador, Hallelujah, Ledor Vador Nagid Godlecha, Ulenetzach Netzachim Kedushatcha Nakdish, Veshivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush le'olam va'ed, Ki Melech Gadol v'kadosh ata, Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
The silent Amidah can be found on page 159 through page 166.
May the one who makes peace
We continue with the Kaddish Shalem on page 167.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam Amei Amaya Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yitbarach 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 v'naseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalev shmei Kedusha v'yichulei l'mikam ha'kadosh v'yitbarach v'nechmat ha'dameran b'alma v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi Shalom Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Amen. Oseh Shalom b'imrama v'yaseh Shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
As we turn to page 168, we ready ourselves for the Torah service. Just a reminder, if you're going to be reading from the Torah or you're going to be called to the Torah, if you can make your way at some point over to this side, to the Chazan side, we're going to open the ark, and when we do, we're going to leave it open. If you want to come up and offer a prayer, we're not going to do what we do during the Elah where everyone has time by themselves, but if people want to make a time to say a prayer in front of the open ark, we're going to allow for a time for when people can go up and say that together. If you've been honored with the ark opening, please make your way forward, or if you're carrying a Torah, as we continue on page 168.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'in himasecha, malchutecha, malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam ha'ed, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom, av harachamim, heitiv avirzoncha et Zion, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, ki vecha levad batachnu, melech eram v'nisa, Adon olamim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo, Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. B'kedusha toki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo, Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. B'kedusha toki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Adonai miYerushalayim. Be'ana Rachetz, bottom of page 170, and we'll bring the Torahs down, and we'll have a great time with the Torot, within reason. Bay, Bay, Bay Anarates, Kadisha, Yadira, Ana, Ana Emar, Tushbecha. Bay, Bay, Bay Anarates, Kadisha, Yadira, Ana, Ana Emar,
You may be seated. You may be seated. Please be seated. Let's try it that way. See if that's any better. Good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
There's a man who's running late for a meeting in Manhattan. He's driven in, sort of during rush hour, so he's late for a meeting, and he's circling the block, and he's having to go a 3-block radius because of all the one-way streets, looking for a parking space. He cannot find a parking space. He circles and circles and circles. Finally, he starts doing, he's desperate. So he starts talking to himself. He starts saying, God, if you find me a parking space, I will keep kosher. I will go to shul every Shabbat. I will give up the In-N-Out burger. I will do everything I can. And he keeps circling, trying to find a space, and he's getting more and more fervent in his prayer, and he's getting more and more panicked. And as he passes the building again, a car pulls out, and he goes, never mind, I got it. This week's Parsha is a follow-up to the Ten Commandments. If this were a movie and you had scenes after the Ten Commandments, you would say, well, why do we have scenes after the Ten Commandments? That's the climax. That's the peak, the denouement, if you will. But life continues on for the Israelites. They don't stop at Mount Sinai. If you were here for Mincha last week, you heard about the difference in the different commandments that are given. First at Mount Sinai, the huge commandments of do not steal, do not kill, do not covet, keep the Sabbath, honor your parents. And then, as I mentioned last night, this week's Parsha is all about tort law. It's all about damages. The Kedushat Levi picks up on this. And he remarks about the pasuk, the verse that says, and they bowed to God from afar. And the Kedushat Levi picks up on this, and he says, there are two viewpoints, 2 points of view of God. If you remember your Sesame Street, if you remember Grover, right? Grover had 2 viewpoints. Anybody remember what they were? He'd run close to the camera, and he would say, near. And then he'd run away, and he'd say, far. Near, far. Right, exactly. So the Kedushat Levi uses this same language. Near, far, right? I think that's what Grover was based on, the Kedushat Levi, evidently. These 2 kinds of different views of God. When we think of God, what are some things, what's the first thing you think of when you think of God? Creator of the universe. Great. What else? Protector. One. Nice Shema reference. Okay, so I wanted to, creator of the universe and protector. If I were trying to fit that into the paradigm of near and far, which one would be which? Sorry? The creator is far and the protector near. Right? We have these different views of God. Philosophers will use big words and say it's the immanent and the transcendent. Right? The transcendent creative God who's master of the universe, creator of all worlds, and the immanent God who's next to us, protecting us. Do you ever remember the kind of self-helpy poem, Footsteps? Yes? In the sand, footstep in the sand? That's an immanent God. The God who creates day after day, that's a transcendent God. So which one is it? For you? Yes. Which one resonates more with you? Yes, they both resonate equally. Is there anybody for whom they don't resonate equally? Yeah, Michelle. Okay, why is that? If you don't mind. Yeah, Avi. I'm sorry, say that again. Near. It's actually interesting that you said inside you, because Rabbi Art Green talks about this. He says that for a long time, we've had the metaphor for us, our relationship with God, is a vertical one, right? Either physically that God is in the heavens, or in a hierarchical sense, right? That we are small and God is great. We are down here on a level and God is up there. And he says, well, maybe it's the opposite, right? We now know that there are worlds that exist within us, within cells, right? We can get down to the smallest kinds of particles. And he says, maybe God's there. The Kedushat Levi talks about this also. This idea of a God, rachok, far away, judging and creating, and then a God, a panentheistic God, in which God is in every single cell. Right? We have this idea that God is up and we are down. But what if God is in and we are out? Does that fit? Yeah, Jeff. You can have God in your heart and the Creator, the immanent God in your heart and the Creator in your head. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if God is infinite, and you didn't say if, but I'm going to add if. Those of you who have studied with me more than once know that the idea of God as omnipotent is not, it works for some, it doesn't work for everyone, but it's possible that it's both, right? But in the Torah, think of the two different stories of creation for a second, right? The first story of creation, what happens? In how many days? 6 days. And after every day, God said, it was good, right? And it was very good. And God is the creator. What happens in the second one? Think of the way God creates human beings in the first one. On the 6th day, God created man, and it was very good. And in the second story of creation, how does God create man? From the dust of the earth. And what else does it say? God is right there, right? God is not only creating Adam, but assessing, and in the second time God creates Adam, he creates him singularly, and then he notices that Adam is lonely, right? We have this verse, Lo tov heyot Adam levado. It is not good for a person to be alone. So what does he do with the rib? Takes out the rib and creates Eve. So the first creation story is a transcendent God. The second story is an immanent God, a God that cares, a God that is invested in us. We're going to read the first Aliyah, but I want you to think about something for when we come back. The different stories of creation, does it change our relationship to God, whether God is removed and far and creating, or whether God is right near us, as Michelle said, and breathing life into us? We're going to talk about that when we come back, but for now we're going to read the first Aliyah, which you can find on page 465, chapter 22, verse 4.
Chaya bat sviva elka rishon baruch shnatan Torah le'am Yisrael b'kedushato. Ve'atem advikim b'Adonai leichem chaim kolchem hayom. Baruchu et Adonai hamvarach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'na'atam lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Ki. Ki yavar ish sadeh el harem veshilach et be'iro uvier bisadeh acher meitav sadehu umeitav karmo yishalem ki tetse eish umatzah kosim pene'echa Kaddish o hakama o hasadeh shalem yishalem Hamavir et Avera ki ten ish arehu kesef ochelim lishmor begunav midei ta'ish im yimatzeh haganav yishalem shenayim im lo yimatzeh haganav benikrafa al habayit el ha'elohim Im lo shalach yado bimlechet re'ehu al kol devar pesha al shor al hamor al shama al kol aveda asher yomar ki huzeh Ad ha'Elohim yavo devar shnehem asher yerushin Elohim veshilach shanayim lerehu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet b'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. So this is Patty's 14th time reading from the Torah.
Yasher
So you
koach.
too can do it. So
Yasher
Yishar koach.
Shar kocheh. Two different creation stories. One, God is transcendent and distant, creating heavens and earth and separating waters. And the second story, God is on the ground with us, breathing life into us, making sure we have a partner. What does that do to us and our relationship to God? Vivian? Okay, so in both stories, there's this idea of us having a piece of God within us. Okay? Is that not what you were saying, Vivian? Is that not what you were saying? Okay. Bill? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. According to Rabbi Soloveitchik, there are two reactions to these two different types of gods. The story of creations have two different Adam characters, right? Rabbi Soloveitchik in his book, A Lonely Man of Faith, calls them Adam 1 and Adam 2. And in Adam 1, God is transcendent and God is removed, and God tells us to be masters of the world and that things exist for us to utilize. And according to Rabbi Soloveitchik, Adam 1, in the first story of creation, wants to build and dominate and conquer. And in the second story of creation, where God is immanent and God is a partner and tells us to tend and take care, not to dominate the earth, but to take care of it, that we are the caretaker of the planet, then we try to synthesize and partner with God. These are very different kinds of, not just relationships with God, but relationships to the world around us. One is a more distant, one is a closer one. And it reminds me of the kind of development of Judaism in the 20th, 21st century. We have the very traditional, where God is found, the El Melech Yoshev al Kisei Ram V'Nisa, God is enthroned on high, God is the judge, right? And we come to shul and we beat our chests. And then there's a less traditional thought that that's not where I find God. I don't find God in that kind of transcendent moment. I find God in the small moments, in the hiking, in the yoga, in the meditation. So it's really both. It really is. And we have a choice. Neither of those are wrong. Neither of those are approaches to God are wrong. They're just incomplete. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about a God-fearing person. And they had respect. Does anybody, what do you think of the phrase a God-fearing person? God-fearing. It's a term. I didn't make it up. I know. Ivy. Uh-huh. Okay. Torah, you had discomfort with as well. Why? You can't deal with that concept. Why? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Michelle. That's our gloss on it. That's a gloss on it, I should say. Uh-huh. Okay, so it's not fear, it's awe. Yeah. Ellen. Right. Okay, all right. They put God before them. Yeah. Okay. So there's a negative connotation to it. Yeah. Okay. 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 So it's not fear necessarily, it's reverence. Okay. Yeah.
Someone who's God-fearing, in my experience, is someone that's very rule-bound. And
Ah.
they see God as an outside force that has all the rules, and their job is to follow those rules in order to be a good person.
Okay. So I'm aware of the time. Hold on. All right, Bert, go ahead. Context of the what? Of the relationship with God? Okay, so fear is an aspect of it, but not the entirety. Okay, so multidimensional relationship, that's an important part, right? In the prayers, we actually find both ideas, transcendent and immanent, right? If you think of the Amidah, which we just read, the first couple of paragraphs were talking about God who resurrects souls, Mechayeh HaMeitim, and all those things. And then the last paragraph, which is actually in addition to the Amidah, we say, what do we say? Does anybody know? God, guard my lips from saying evil. Speaking, right? So it's this transcendent God at the beginning of the Amidah and an immanent God at the end. Also in the Shema, right? The first paragraph of the Shema, and you shall, and it's right, talk to your children, work with your children, this covenant. And then the second paragraph of the Shema, what is God? God will give you rains in the time, right? It's all of these things. And they're all part of this relationship. The question we have to decide for ourselves is where we fit in. Right? You're right. It's just one aspect. All of these are different aspects of a relationship. And the metaphors and the way we conceive of God is an important dictator of our relationship, not just with God, but with the world, with people, yeah. And we have to decide for ourselves what our relationship is. That's one of the beauties of Judaism. There is no, this is what God is, right? We have the God of Mount Sinai, we have the God of tort law, and then we have the God of the Song of Songs, the lover, the partner, the spouse. All of these are different aspects. None of them is wrong. And hopefully there will be times in our life when we're comforted by the transcendent God, by the God who has order out of chaos. Other times that God will feel distant and we'll need the immanent God, the God who is protecting us and breathing life into us when we can't breathe life into ourselves. That's one of the beauties of our religion, is there's no credo. There's no creed. We get to decide what our relationship with God is. Shabbat Shalom. The second Aliyah can be found on page 466, chapter 22, verse 9. This is the anniversary of your bar mitzvah, isn't it, Kevin?
Yep.
All right, great. Chapter 22, verse 9, page 466.
Ya'amad
Chana Avraham ben Pinchas.
Chana Avraham ben Pinchas Sheni.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamborach. Baruch Adonai Hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Kitein Yisharehu Chamoro Shorose V'chobei Malishmor Umed Onishpa Ein Roeh Shavuat Adonai Tieh ben Shneim Im lo shalach Yado bimlechet Rehu V'lakach be'alav v'lo yeshalem Ve'im ganov yiganev Me'imo yeshalem livalav Im tarov yitaref Yiviehu ed Hatrefa lo yeshalem
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Ta'amad
Eliora bat Yisrael v'Carol.
Eliora bat Yisrael v'Carol Shlishi.
The third Aliyah continues, page 466, verse 13.
Thank you. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. V'chishal ish me'imrehu v'nishbar omet ve'alav en imo shalem yeshalem im be'alav imo lo yeshalem im sachir hu ba bischaro v'chifate ish betula asher lo rasa v'shachav imo mahor imarena lo leisha imaen avialetita lo kesev yishko k'mohar habe
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Happy birthday. Is it Yom Hulad Sameach? Happy birthday to Alan. Very nice. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach.
Yom Yaakov ben Chaim Svi veLeah Surah Ahuva bat Herschel veEtel Revi'i.
The fourth Aliyah continues, page 467, verse 17.
Baruch et Adonai Hamborach. Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Mechashefa lo techayeh, kol shochiv beimamot yumad. Zoveach leElohim Yachoram, bilti l'Adonai levado.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai
Noten
Amen. Always gets confusing with you're going to wait for that Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo. You're going to wait a long time here, just so you know that. We're going to transition to prayer for health. So whether it is for you or someone else you know, I think about so many of our congregants who are struggling with illness at this time. Think about Jake Tarika. Bernie Otis, it's nice to have you back with us. We've been praying for your health as well. Think about Nick Rosenthal and so many of our people. So whether it's a physical issue, emotional issue, addiction, eating disorder, I believe our prayers can give strength and comfort. So whether this is for you, for a loved one, I want you to focus on these words and feel the power of these words for blessing as we join together Nisha Berach. Bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say, Amen. This time we offer prayers of healing and strength for Stephen Colton, Salka ben Roshka, Dina bat Yocheved, Aaron Yehuda ben Chaye Hindam, Menachem Mendel ben Tzvi, Rachel bat Esther, Naomi bat Sarah, Rafael Tzion ben Yaakov Vitali, Chaim Shlomo ben Jenny, Nadi Epstein, Rachel bat Basha, Kenneth Aronson, Elon Shayot, Abigail bat Zalata, Cliff Schwartz, David ben Yitzchak, Yaakov ben Rachel, Chuck Alvarez, Sarah Klinetsky, Beryl Shmuel ben David, Umirka, Rachel Crane, Judy Aronson, Shimon Shayot. This time, if you'd like to add a name that we have not yet read out, I invite you to rise. We'll go around the sanctuary and get those names from you. close family.
Yaakov,
For all those we've named, for all those who are ill, or if you're home and need prayers yourself, we send prayers of healing and strength to you as well as we continue. May be seated. Torah reading continues with the fifth Aliyah, page 468, verse 20. As Kevin Lungobart is celebrating the anniversary of your bar mitzvah officially. Last how many years? First year anniversary.
Wow.
Like that's a big one. How many times have you read Torah in that 1 year? We'll leave it a lot. Okay, that'll as we come forward.
Ya'amot, Ari Ben, Karen Chana, Chamishi.
Baruch hu et Adonai Amborach. Baruch Adonai Amborach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah. V'ger lo toneh v'lo tilchatzenu ki geirim eitem be'eretz Mitzrayim ko amano v'yatom lo tanun imane teanei oto ki imsa kitzak elai shamoa eshmata kato v'chara api v'aragti etchem v'charev Vayun Shechem Omanot Uvnechem Yetomim. Yep. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten Torah.
Amen. Howard, you're celebrating a birthday, aren't you? So come on, it's your Aliyah, and we're so excited that we are celebrating your 97th. Is that true?
97.
Years young.
Wow.
That's right. Usher Koach to Howard. Chaim Ben Shimon.
Ya'amad, Chaim Ben Shimon, Shishi.
We are in Kesser
Baruch et Adonai Barach. Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Im kesef tovet ami. Et ani mach lo tiyeh lo kenoshe. Lo tisimun alav neshech. Im chavotach bo samat reyecha. Ad bo hashemesh tishivenu lo. Ki kisuto ve'onat levada. Isim la tol leorao. B'meishkav vayakitzach elai. B'shamti ki chanunani.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torat emet. V'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So it's our practice here in terms of providing an actual blessing for a birthday to do significant birthdays. That's been our practice, whether usually ending in a 0, sometimes ending in a 5. Rabbi Goldstein and I had we convened a big din, and we decided that anything after 90 is a significant birthday. Right? Does that make sense? Every year, a blessing to enjoy. So we're going to offer you a blessing, Howard. Uyavarech et Chaim ben Shimon. That's you. Shalah hayom lichvod hamakom lichvod haTorah v'lichvod v'hodot al kol hachasim asher gamal lo Elohim meyom hivaldo ad hayom hazeh. So nice when somebody speaks Hebrew and understands it as well. Kadosh Baruch Hu yishmor oto v'yakol mishpachto. Right? וישלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשה ידיו ויזכו לעלות לרגל לכל בעוד שנה. Let us say, God, please bring blessing each day to Howard of life and enjoyment of the blessing since his birth, to be able to celebrate with community, with family, and all who celebrate life and goodness with him. And let us all say, Amen. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov. Lahanu, yehelanu, yehelanu, olecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, olecho Yisrael. David melech Yisrael. Ay v'kayam, David melech Yisrael. Ay v'kayam. Mazal tov, Howard. The 7th Aliyah continues, page 470, verse 27.
Shimon ben Eliezer.
Shimon ben Eliezer
Dina bat.
Dina bat
Paro.
Paro Shvi'i.
Okay. Baruch et Adonai HaMorach. Baruch Adonai HaMorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bahartanu metikach ha'amim. V'natananu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Elohim lo tikalel, v'nasi b'amcha lo ta'or, v'le'acha v'dimacha lo ta'acher, v'chorbanecha titen li, ken ta'asel shorecha litzonecha, shivad yamim yihiyeh im imo, v'yom hashmini titnu li, v'anshe kodesh tihiyun li, Uvasar basadet refa lo tochelu, vak la kelev תשליכוני אותו.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתן בתוכנו ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
ייקדש ויקדש שם רבה. אמן. מה דברי חירותי והמליך מלכותי וחייך לכאן ופייתך בית ישראל. בגלש ובזמן קריב ויראו אמן. יהי שמירה במבורך לעולם ומעלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודש הבריאו לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמיד ירן ועמל וימרו אמן. יעמוד המגביה תעמוד הגוללת ספר ראשון.
We rise for lifting of the Torah. May be seated. You'll be able to turn and follow now for the second Torah reading, the Maftir, page 523. Page 523, verse 11. You may be asking yourselves, why do we have two Torahs today, Jeff?
Why?
Would you ask yourself?
No.
You should have been asking. It is Shabbat Shekalim, the first of four of the special Shabbatot that we have that come before Passover. This before the month of Adar, right? So when they would traditionally bring the shekel, half shekel, if you will, to support the temple, and later on to support Jewish life, that would happen at Adar, and they were just the announcement about that. And so this reminder, if you have not yet made a pledge to our Everyone campaign or paid it off, this is the reminder about contributing to your synagogue. As we continue, page 523, verse 11.
Habachura, habat mitzvah. Tamod, 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 Echazan Miriam Pearl, Bat Yeshua David, Vekela Hendel, Maftir, Chizki, Chizki.
Baruch Adonai Barach Le'olam Va'ed Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Amim V'Natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah. Vayidaber Adonai el Moshe lemor ki tisa et rosh bnei Yisrael lifkudehem v'natnu ish kofer nafsho l'Adonai bivkodotam v'lo yevahem negef bivkodotam zeh yitenu kol ha'overa pekudim mimachatzit ha'shekel b'shekel ha'kodesh esrim gerah ha'shekel machatzit ha'shekel truma l'Adonai kol ha'overa pekudim mi ben esrim shana v'mala yiten trumat Adonai he'ashir lo yirbeh v'hadalo yamit mimachatzit ha'shekel Latet et trumat Adonai lechaper al nafshotechem ולקחת את כסף הכיפורים מאת בני ישראל ונתת אותו על עבודת אוהל מועד, והיה לבני ישראל לזיכרון לפני אדוני, לכפר על נפשותיכם. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
We rise for lifting of the second Torah scroll. Zot Torah asher Moshe livnei bnei Israel al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. You may be seated. Shekoach. Also to our Torah readers, we acknowledge Kevin and Patty Samuels. Every time, just gets better and better. Yasher Koach. We're going to continue with the Haftarah, celebrating Hazan Mimi's anniversary of her bat mitzvah.
That's true. And it was Shabbat Shekalim, and it was Mishpatim.
So we could probably figure out how many years ago if you really...
Please don't. It was a long time ago.
That perpetual calendar, we'll figure out when they join together. Anyway, the Haftarah, you'll find page 1277, because of Shabbat Shekalim. You have to go all the way to the back. By the way, when we do the Mevarchim HaChodesh, the blessing of the new month as well, we're all aware that Adar is coming, and with it in joy and celebration. So page 1277, Hazan Mimi, will begin with chapter 12 on that page. Remember, together we're going to do the first blessing and the final blessing before and after the Haftarah. If you'd like to look at those, you can find it in the prayer book on page 175. We're going to begin together with Hazan Mimi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nevim tovim v'ratzav v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael hamo u'v'nevi'ei ha'emet v'tzedek. Ben sheva shanim Yehoash b'molcho bishnat sheva leyehu malach Yehoash v'arba'im shana malach b'Yerushalayim v'shem imo sivya mi be'er shava vayas Yehoash hayashar be'enei Adonai kol yamav asher horahu Yehoyada hakohen rak habamot lo saru od ha'am mizabechim katerim babamot vayomer Yehoash el hakohanim kol kesef hakodashim asher yuvav et Adonai kesef over ish kesef nafshot erko kol kesef asher ya'aleh alev ish lahavi beit Adonai yikhu lahem hakohanim ish me'et makaro vehem yechazeku et bedek habayit lechol asher yimatzeh sham badek vayehi bishnat esrim ושלוש שנה למלך יהואש לא חיזקו הכהנים את בדק הבית ויקרא המלך יהואש ליהוידע הכהן ולכהנים ויאמר עליהם מדוע אינכם מחזקים את בדק הבית ועתה אל תיקחו כסף מאת מכריכם כי לבדק הבית תיתנו ויאותו הכהנים לבלתי קחת כסף מאת העם ובלתי חזק את בדק הבית ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם צור כל העולמים צדיק בכל הדורות האל הנאמן האומר ועושה המדבר ומקיים שכל דבריו אמת וצדק נאמן אתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ונאמנים דבריך ודבר אחד מדבריך אחור לא ישוב ריקם כי המלך נאמן ורחמן אתה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הנאמן בכל דבריו התורה והעבודה והנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת
Amen.
How old is that?
Mazal Tov Chazan Mimi. Sean Lunar, our Executive Vice President, is going to share with us some announcements. Come on.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
A very warm welcome to Temple Aliyah's experimental service. Sorry, Mimi, we don't have any gifts for you in presentation. Next Friday evening is February 16th. It'll be our every third Shabbat service with a tribute to Debbie Freeman. The service will be starting at 8 o'clock. During the service, we'll also be celebrating the anniversaries for January and February. Next Saturday, our Shabbat morning service will begin at the usual time at 9:15. If you'd prefer something a little more casual, Rabbi Goldstein is offering a Java and Jeans service starting at 9:45. We'll also be having an afternoon service with the bar mitzvah of Jake Hammerman at 4:45. Send a Purim basket to your Temple Aliyah friends and family. Mishloach Manot sales are in full swing. They're only $5 each. You can order them on the Temple website for the next 2 weeks. Want a Shabbat vacation in the woods? Then sign up for our Shabbaton. It will be the weekend of March 23rd at the Brandeis Bardeen Beautiful Hills campus in Simi Valley. There are only 7 cabins left. There'll be lots of activities for adults and kids, and if you have little ones that are 6 and younger, they can go for free. Information on all the Temple Aliyah events can be found in the Kol Shabbat handout and on the Temple's website. Please join us for a Kiddush luncheon and a Rabbi's Tish after the service, and you can also stay for Rabbi Peretz's wonderful class, The Wisdom from the Ages. Lastly, I'd like to remind all the congregants and guests to please refrain from using electronics during the services, during the service or anywhere on the Shabbat campus, the Temple campus during Shabbat. We appreciate your thoughtfulness as we maintain the sanctity of our Shabbat service. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. By the way, if you've never studied with Rabbi Peretz, it's an experience that you have to be able to share with her. She's been monthly teaching the wisdom of the, what are we calling it? Wisdom of the ages. Not that she has personally experienced them, but she's going to share those ages. But if you ask her, she'll be glad to tell you about a wonderful event, first time in the history of the conservative movement happening this week. First time history of the conservative movement. Interviews for graduating rabbinical school students are taking place here in Los Angeles rather than a Jewish theological seminary. The earth is tilting on its axis. According to New York, it is, right? Things have changed. And so, but it's quite an event. Rabbi Peretz, the Associate Director of the Ziegler School of Rabbinical Studies, and I both worked very hard to make this happen, and so we're very pleased that this is actually going to be taking place this week. Next week, by the way, for Java and Jeans that Rabbi Goldstein is doing. So here's the deal, right? I'd love you to do this. If you're going to come, we're actually looking for people who usually don't come to services. That's the deal, looking for something different. So if you are planning on going, you have to bring someone who normally doesn't come to services. I want you to reach out to somebody that this is not for them, that they're not used to it, but who would love, it's not a service. There's a couple prayers, but this is more about discussion. No prayers. Not a single prayer. Is that what you just said? What if somebody wanted to do a prayer? If someone's in mourning, we'll do Mourner's Kaddish. But other than that, talking about life, philosophy, engagements, neshama, all those things. So if you're going to go, you bring someone that normally wouldn't come to services. We're going to continue now with Mevarchim HaChodesh, blessing of the new month. If you've been honored to hold one of the Torah scrolls, if you'll come forward at this time, page 180, we're going to rise together, please.
Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotayenu, שתחדש עלינו את החודש הבא לטובה ולברכה, ותיתן לנו חיים ארוכים, חיים של שלום, חיים של טובה, חיים של ברכה, חיים של פרנסה, חיים של חילוץ עצמות, חיים שיש בהם יראת שמיים ויראת חטא, חיים שאין בהם בושה וכלימה, חיים של אושר וכבוד, חיים שתבנו אהבת תורה ויראת שמיים, חיים שימלאו משאלות ליבנו לטובה, אמן סלע. מי שעשה ניסים לאבותינו וגאל אותם מעבדות לחירות, הוא יגאל אותנו בקרוב בגבי צלחנו מארבע כנפות הארץ, חברים כל ישראל. יאללה לי 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 לי, יאללה לי 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 לי, יאללה לי 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 לי, ונאמר אמן. ראש חודש אדר יהיה ביום חמישי וביום שלישי הבא עלינו ועל כל ישראל לטובה. יחדשהו הקדוש ברוך הוא עלינו ועל כל עמו בית ישראל. יום חמישי וביום שלישי. Did I say shishi? Okay. I'm sorry. Yechadashehu HaKadosh Baruch Hu Aleinu V'Yal Kol Hamo Beit Yisrael L'Chayim U'L'Shalom L'Sason U'L'Simcha L'Yeshua U'Nechama V'Nomar Amen.
Month of Adar, which is set to begin Thursday and Friday. Right, Thursday and Friday. May this be a month of celebration. It says, Nichnas Adar Marbim V'Simcha, when Adar comes in. May we strive always to bring the goodness when stories like Purim never have to happen, when people shall no longer be oppressed. Let us work towards that and let us say, Amen. All right, we're going to continue right now. You can put the Torahs down. And Brandon, you want to lead us in Ashrei? Okay, you may be seated. Page 181.
Ashrei Yoshvei V'Techa Od Hallelujah Selah.
Ashrei Am Shekacha Loho. Ashrei Am Shadonai Eloha.
Tehillah L'David Armim Chadonai HaMelech B'Verchashim Chaleolam Va'ed.
B'chol Yom Avar Heka V'Halala Shimcha Leolam Va'ed.
Gadol Adonai M'Hulam Me'od V'Ligdulato En Cheker.
Dor LeDor Shabach Ma'asecha Ugvarotecha Yagidu.
Hadar Kavod Hodecha V'Divrei Niflotecha Asicha.
Bezuz Nerotecha Yomeru Uglatcha Hasaprena.
Zecher Avtucha Yabiu V'Tikatecha Yiranenu.
Hanun Brachum Adonai Erchapayim Ugdach Hased.
Tov Adonai L'Kol V'Rachamav Al Kol Ma'asav.
Yoduch Adonai Kol Ma'asecha V'Chasidecha Yevarchucha.
Kevod Malchutecha Yomeru Ugvaratecha Yedaberu.
L'hodi Livnei Adam Grota V'Kvod Hadar Malchuto.
Malchutecha Malchut Kol Olamim Memshaltecha B'Chol Dor V'Ador.
Somecha Adonai L'Chol Hanofli V'Zokef L'Chol Hakfufim.
Einei Cholecha Yisaberu V'Tanoten Lahem Etochlam B'Yito.
Oteach Et Yadecha U'Matzbil L'Chol Chai Ratzon.
Tzadik Adonai B'Chol Derachav V'Chasid B'Chol Ma'asav.
Arov Adonai L'Chol Korahav L'Chol Asher Kruvev Med.
V'Ritzon Yirav Yasev Et Shavatam Yishmam V'Yoshiem.
Shomer Adonai Koloi Vahav Yekol Harshayim Yashmid.
Tehillah Adonai Yiraber Pi V'Varech Chol V'Asar Hashem Kocho Le'olam Va'ed.
Anachnu Nevarech Yah. Take one. Asher Koach, you've been honored with carrying one of the Torah scrolls as you come forward. By the way, we love having children here. We've got a couple young children. In the coming weeks, we're going to be experimenting with an area dedicated for young children. We're going to bring in some books and some toys and things, and the parents can sit with them. So in the coming weeks, we'll look forward to welcoming even more children and the joy and celebration of those families. We're going to continue at this time, page 183 in the
Hallelujah, Shema Adonai ki nizkav shemo levado, hodo alereth v'shamayim, vayarem keren le'amo, tehillah lecho chasidav livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. this world from love. Ta-da-da, da-da, da-da-da. And you must build this world from love. Ta-da-da, da-da, da-da-da. And if we build this world from love, ta-da-da, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed yibaneh. Olam chesed Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha me'ushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Kaddish Yameinu kekedem.
Remain standing. Page 185, you will find the Musaf Amidah. Those of you who wish to recite the Amidah of Hebrew or English, you may. If not, take this moment just to feel your neshama breathing. Just feel the earth turning. Feel the sense of peace here. Whatever you wish to do, this is the moment for that reflection, beginning page 185 or with your own hearts.
Say shalom, say shalom aleinu, Hey, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, hey, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו, אמן. יתגלה ויגדל שמי רבה, ועמד ברכילות תבל ומחצה בחייכון, ומחון וחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם מעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל שמי דקודשה ברכו לאלה מנחה וחטא ושירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דמרן וענווה ויאמרו אמן תתקבל צלותון ותהון לכל בית ישראל קדום ושמיה ויאמרו אמן יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה וחיים בנינו וכל ישראל ויאמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו
Page 205, Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu ki goyei haratzot, velo samanu kimishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'tor aleinu ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר ארץ מושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל Kakatu b'toratech Adonai himloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar
Adonai lemelech al kol ha'aretz vayom ha'hu vayom ha'hu Adonai echad Shema Be seated. At this time of memorial, we're calling reverence the yard sites of those who have been gathered unto their people. On this Shabbat, remember the yard sites of Ze'ev Subatani, Robert Fenton, Irene Horn, Robert Kaddish, Max Senk, Minnie Weil, Alice Barnett, Seymour Gaines, Irving Geyer, Cornelia Herman, Jean Levine, Esther Lewick, Philip Malovitz, Jack Sokol, Francis Weiss, John Clark, Stephen Dock, Pauline Kaufman, Harry Minkoff, Maria Rebin, Harry Shapiro, Mo Sharf, Tom Sherrick, Allison Warshaw, Joseph Elbaum, Warren J. Kaufman, Alan Kirsch, Jack Norwich, Lillian Belovsky, Theodore Flesser, Lydia Glazer, Sadie Hoffman, Norman Reisman, Cameron Shakiban, Betsy Silver, Gary Starkman, Tilly Varnon, Aaron Keen Bisselman, Francis Braverman, Bertha Gelfond, Clara Halpern, Ron Lee, Yoav Pantalat, Evelyn Rubin, Lulu Shamash Abid, Irving Gold, Loris Klein, Elise Klein, Henry Moss, and Gerald Silver. We're also mindful of the recent bereavements in our community. We mourn the passing of Nasser Banayan, right? The father of Diana Bustenfar, and so grandfather of Bobby Bustenfar. So we hope you can gain strength and comfort from this community, which has become your community, I know. We mourn the passing, by the way, two founding families we lost this week in terms of their passing. Here from the very beginning of Temple Aliyah, we mourn the passing of Lee Roeder, mother of Joe and Eva Roeder. We mourn the passing of Cy Rifkin, husband of Sandy Rifkin. We also mourn the passing of Miriam Flesser, mother of April Bender. This time I invite all who have need or desire to recite the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. You may rise on page 207, and whether you're here in the sanctuary or you are home, and we are your minyan to be able to acknowledge the sanctity of life of the words of the Kaddish. We are together as one. Those reciting the Kaddish begin together. Yit dal v'yit kadash. Amen. Amad divrach hirutei. B'chol Beit Yisrael. Izman karivi. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba Mavorach le'olam u'me'omaya. Yitbarach yishtabach yishtar v'yishram v'yadar v'yitavit. Richu elam min kol birchata v'shirata v'shbechata v'nechamata amiran ve'alma. Amen. Shlama Rabba min Shemaya. Hayim Aleinu Ve'Achol. Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav. Hu Yaseh Shalom. Aleinu Ve'Achol Yisrael. Amen. May God, who establishes peace in the heavens, grant peace and harmony for us, for all of Israel and all of humanity, as we say Amen. And Laura Beth, I know that you recited this week Kaddish. I read it was your mother or father. I remember your dad, Berenson, I remember last week. So I remember him fondly and with much love. We're going to gather around here now that we have sanctified life. We're going to sanctify Shabbat. So come join us in the middle here, everybody. All the way around, please. Sure. I don't think. Hold on. Come on, make your way. Come on, everybody. Bring your way in the middle. Come on. Come on, everybody. Israel. You go, come on, Nate. Et Hasha Ahaba Lahatzot et Hashava Edorotam Merita Holam Ay, 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 Israel,
Hashivi Shabbat Vayinafesh Yay, yay, ay, La'asot et Shabbat Berit Olam Al Kain Barach Adonai Tom Shabbat Vayikadshehu Savri Chaverai Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Borei Peri Haga.
Three, I can do there. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kisham V'Tzatav V'Tzivanu Al Netilat Yadayim.
Amen.
Amen.
Your hand.
Aviv, I need help over here.
Aviva, you want challah?
Come on. Okay, come on. Everybody hold on to someone's holding on somebody. A little challah Trinity. Come on, hold on to it. Here we go. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam HaMotzi Lechem Min Haaretz.
Amen.